So we are going to start going for it. All right, let's get the screen out of the way. Here we go. All right. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Now we're ready to go. I love cold days because they let me wear my shirt. People ask me if I know that it's backwards, and my answer is I didn't know, but I'm kind of glad it is because that keeps us PG. But this is definitely my favorite shirt. I'm definitely excited because I got a lot to go over today. We've already gone over a lot this week, but today we're going to talk about, are you good enough? That's the topic. And hang on, because we're getting there. But first, before we do that, like I said, my name is Dr. Susie Schulman. I love sharing with you why I have become so wildly successful, how I did it, the secrets that got me there. That's what all this is about. So please share, because I want to just flip your switch for you, for everyone, from surviving to thriving, because that's what it's all about. Not surviving, but also thriving. Thriving is where it's at. That's when life gets good. And this week, so far, we talked about the neck wedge, the arc of life. Please go back and watch that if you haven't. That is the first step in your health. Then we talked about using the wedge to do nothing, to shut all the negative energy around us down so that we give space for ideas and healing and good stuff, not negative stuff. We got to shut it all down at some point. We also talked about changing your mindset based on quality and value of what it is that you're trying to achieve. So we gave I want you to go back and watch it because I got too much to talk about today. So the first thing I want to tell you is my favorite story, which is about a little boy that is on a beach and he's picking up starfish because this beach is littered with billions of them. Billions, they're all over the place. These poor starfish washed up on the beach, and this boy's picking them up and throwing them back one at a time, one at a time, one at a time. This woman comes along and she looks at him. She's like, was he crazy? And she actually goes up to the boy and says, hey, what are you doing? What do you think you're accomplishing? How can what you're doing with these billions of starfish make any difference? And the boy looked at her and he said, lady, I don't know, but to this guy, this starfish, it makes all the difference in the world. And he picked up that starfish and he threw it back. And he's right. He changed a starfish life. But better than that, I have a real life guy, a real story of someone who did that. And today is his birthday. And he's one of my best friends in the entire world. And if I didn't stop to let you know the story of this guy and his passion, I would be doing all of us a big dishonor. So I don't know how many of you are aware of Todd Friedman and his farm, Arthur's Acres. This guy was surviving for a long time. Again, my best friend, so I know we were both surviving together and we were trying to figure it all out. And he picks up his life, turns it upside down, and quits his job, making tons of money, quits his job, closes his businesses. He was featured on TV for his business. And he's so smart. He was on the Boss Show. Anyway, so guy's doing great. He goes to a farm and he sees the farm was for sale. And again, I'm chopping up the story and it's not totally right, but I want you to get the highlights. While he's at this farm looking at if he wants to buy a house there's abandoned pigs, 2 of them. I think 2. One was definitely Arthur. And so the sanctuary came about because he saved these pigs' lives. Just like that little boy did on the beach, Todd turned this into a sanctuary. And again, today's his birthday. He spends his life saving pigs because that's his passion. All of our passions come out different ways, but he followed his and he doesn't survive anymore. He thrives. And I just the kudos to him. Please check him out. His name is Todd Friedman, Arthur's Animal Sanctuary. And I want you to see like how passionate he is, because that's how we should all be living our lives. He's an excellent example. So let's get it back to us talking about how we're living our lives. one of the things that I notice so often is that we question whether or not we're good enough. And it's a valid question and it's an important question. And I want you to know, as a mom, what I've noticed is all those times, and I see this happening in the office a lot, and for you moms that are all over your kids and you're worried, are they hearing me? Why aren't they getting it? Why? They're ignoring me. They're cursing me out. They're this, they're that. What happens is the beauty of it, don't stop telling them the right thing to do, because when they move out on their own, they just start doing it. And it's the most incredible thing, because all those times that I thought my kids weren't listening to me, as soon as they moved out and they were on their own, I knew for sure they listened to everything. So they always say, they do it because they'll follow what you do before what you say. They do both. And coming back to what you do, how do you know if you're good enough? I'm telling you right now, the first test is look in the mirror, look at your posture. If one shoulder is higher than the other, guys, you're not good enough. And that's not an insult. That's you're walking around with your energy shut down. It's not getting through. And that's how easy and simple it is to tell. If your kids are sitting there slumped over while they're on their cell phones and doing their homework and you're not correcting your posture, those are the important things that we need to say. Are you good enough? Because that's where health and determination come from. And when you're not connected and you're not good enough, you're not at the minimum aligned, you're not going to be able to express your best life. You're not going after your passions. And funny story, to follow up the other funny story, Todd with these pigs, not only does he do a beautiful job saving them, he gets them adjusted. Like, hello, it all comes together. We're all connected and it all comes back to one thing. And the one thing is passion and applying it first to ourselves, caring for ourselves. Because if we apply passion to caring to ourselves, wow, that's when the miracles happen. That's when we reconnect. First thing we're going to do is just look in the mirror. If your shoulder's higher on one side, if your ears, one's higher than the other, your head's tilted, if a hip is higher than the other, if you're constantly trying to even out your shirt sleeves or your pants sleeves, those are all signs that you're not aligned and your power is not turned on. So you need to either get in touch with me, hashtag me, do something so that I know. I'll reach out to you. I'll hook you up with a chiropractor. I'll tell you the next step. Just write something in the comments and I will get in touch with you. But alignment and good enough. If you're not in alignment, you'll never reach that feeling of not only am I good enough, I'm way better than all that. Happy birthday to Todd. I love you. I'm so proud of you for expressing that passion. That's what everybody needs to be doing. Not raising pigs, but living their life, their passion, their mission. When you do it, and please remember, use your wedge to do it. Have a great weekend. I love you all. Happy Halloween. Be safe. Have fun. Always, always have fun. We'll see you next week on Monday morning at 8:30. Catch up on all the ones that you've missed this week because we've been on fire.